Submarine hunt. Silent running, 40 feet below surface. Narco-Sub with improvised torpedo. One American patrol ship about to learn submarines don't need nuclear reactors to kill. Caribbean Sea, 85 miles northwest of Cartagena, Colombia. 0234 hours. USS Tornado, Cyclone-class patrol coastal ship, 336 tons, patrols known narco-trafficking route. Crew of 28, armed with 25mm Mk-38 gun, 50 caliber machine guns, Griffin missiles. This is coastal patrol vessel, not destroyer, not cruiser, not built for submarine warfare. Lieutenant Commander Jake Morrison monitors surface radar. Contact bearing 045, multiple small vessels, speed 12 knots, classic smuggling pattern. 5 contacts, fast boats, low profile, heading north towards Central America. Drug runners, guaranteed. All hands, action stations. We have multiple surface contacts. Prepare to intercept. USS Tornado turns toward the contacts. 35 knots maximum speed, closing fast. The patrol coastal ship is designed for exactly this mission. Fast response, quick interdiction. Stop the drugs before they reach U.S. waters. But 200 feet below the surface, something else moves. Something the radar can't see. Something the patrol ship isn't equipped to detect. 4 semi-submersible vessels. Diesel-electric propulsion. Makeshift but effective. Each carries 8 tons of pure cocaine. Total cargo, 32 tons. Street value, $1.2 billion. These aren't traditional submarines. These are narco-subs. Fiberglass hull, lead ballast, diesel engines with snorkel breathing tube. Crude but functional. They run 90% submerged. Only small conning tower above water. Radar cross-section smaller than fishing boat. Almost impossible to detect. Venezuelan cartel built these vessels in jungle shipyards. Russian engineers provided designs. Cuban intelligence provided routing. This is narco-submarine fleet, and U.S. Navy is hunting them. NavyFirestorm asks, how do you detect submarine with no sonar? A. Infrared from snorkel exhaust. B. Radar on conning tower. C. Visual spotting by aircraft. Comment your answer. USS Tornado closes on the surface contacts. Range, 5,000 meters. Lieutenant Commander Morrison grabs the radio. Unknown vessels. This is United States Navy. Stop your engines. Prepare for boarding. The fast boats scatter. Classic evasion tactic. Force the patrol ship to chase multiple targets. Helm, pursue contact Alpha. Weapons, prepare warning shots. The 25mm Mk-38 gun rotates toward the fleeing boat. Range, 3,000 meters, within effective range. Fire across bow. Thump, thump. 2 rounds arc over the fast boat. Water erupts 50 meters ahead. The boat doesn't stop, doesn't slow. Instead, it turns hard to port, tries to outrun the patrol ship, but Cyclone class can do 35 knots. Fast boat maxes at 40 knots. The chase is close. The gap narrows. 2,500 meters. 2,000 meters. USS Tornado is closing. Then the underwater threat activates. Narco-Sub NV-04, Venezuelan Navy designation, even though it's cartel-operated, rises to periscope depth. Commander Carlos Mendez peers through improvised periscope, sees USS Tornado, sees American flag, sees target. This narco-sub is different, modified, enhanced. Venezuelan military engineers added weapon system, improvised torpedo tube, Russian APR-3E ASW torpedo, stolen from Venezuelan Navy arsenal, modified for narco-sub launch. This is drug runner with teeth. This is smuggler turned warship. Load torpedo. Target American patrol boat. The crew hesitates. These are drug smugglers, not military, not trained for combat. But Venezuelan Navy advisor on board gives order. Load the torpedo now. This is direct order from Caracas. Sink the American ship. The makeshift torpedo tube floods. The Russian torpedo activates. Acoustic homing system goes active. Searches for target signature. Finds USS Tornado's propeller noise. Locks on. Ready to launch. Stay with me, because this engagement proves narco-subs evolved from smuggling vessels to combat threats. Lieutenant Commander Morrison's sonar operator suddenly shouts, "Torpedo in the water, bearing 180, range 800 meters, acoustic homing active." Impossible. Cyclone-class patrol ships don't have sophisticated sonar. They have basic underwater communications. How did they detect the torpedo? Answer: they didn't. The torpedo's active sonar pinged USS Tornado. The communication system picked up the ping. Pure luck. 5 seconds of warning. Emergency turn. All ahead flank. Deploy acoustic countermeasures. USS Tornado turns hard to starboard. 35 knots becomes 37 knots. Emergency power. The small patrol ship heels over. Crew grabs handholds. The acoustic countermeasure system deploys. It's designed for communication decoys, not torpedo defense, but it makes noise, creates false target. The Russian APR-3E torpedo tracks, 45 knot speed, 550-pound warhead, designed to kill submarines, will absolutely obliterate 336-ton patrol ship. Range, 600 meters. Closing fast. Time to impact, 40 seconds. Lieutenant Commander Morrison grabs the 1MC. Brace for impact. All hands brace for impact. The crew knows what's coming. Torpedo hit means the ship breaks in half. Torpedo hit means they're swimming. Torpedo hit means casualties. 30 seconds to impact. USS Tornado's countermeasure system creates false acoustic signature. The torpedo's guidance system analyzes 2 targets, 1 moving fast, 1 stationary. The algorithm chooses moving target, ignores countermeasure, continues tracking tornado. 20 seconds to impact. Deploy second countermeasure. Turn into the torpedo. Minimum profile. Morrison's tactical training takes over. Present smallest target. Make the torpedo's job harder. USS Tornado turns directly toward the torpedo track. Bow on aspect. Narrow target. 15 seconds to impact. The Russian torpedo's algorithm recalculates. Target aspect changed. Propeller noise reduced. Confusion in guidance system. Active sonar pings again. Reacquires target. But the solution is degraded. Track quality reduced from 95% to 70%. 10 seconds to impact. All engines stop. Cut propulsion. Morrison makes desperate call. No propeller noise means no acoustic target, but it also means no maneuverability. USS Tornado becomes dead in water. Cannot evade, cannot run, only hide acoustically. 5 seconds to impact. The torpedo loses track. Propeller noise disappeared. Countermeasures created false signals. The Russian guidance system searches. Pings active sonar. Circular search pattern. But USS Tornado is silent. Drifting. Invisible to acoustic homing. 3 seconds to impact. The torpedo passes 30 meters off the starboard beam, continues past, searches, cannot reacquire. The warhead safety algorithm triggers. After 90 seconds of active time without detonation, the torpedo goes into circular search pattern. Then, after 120 seconds, it deactivates, sinks to the bottom. Mission failure. USS Tornado survived. Barely. But the crew knows the truth. They got lucky. The countermeasures shouldn't have worked. The tactical turn shouldn't have degraded the track enough. The emergency engine stop shouldn't have broken the lock. They survived on luck, on improvisation, on desperation. Lieutenant Commander Morrison restarts engines. All ahead flank. Turn to bearing 180. Find that submarine. But finding semi-submersible in open ocean is nearly impossible. No sonar suite, no ASW helicopter, no depth charges. USS Tornado is patrol boat, not submarine hunter. Radio. Contact all available assets. We have hostile submarine. Repeat. Hostile submarine fired torpedo at U.S. Navy vessel. Request immediate ASW support. U.S. Southern Command responds within minutes. P-8A Poseidon Maritime Patrol aircraft scrambles from Jacksonville. ETA, 90 minutes. USS Billings, Independence-class littoral combat ship with ASW module, diverts from patrol. ETA, 4 hours. Help is coming, but it's not here now. Meanwhile, 3 more narco-subs detect American patrol ship. They scatter. Emergency dive procedures. Drop to maximum depth, 60 feet. That's all these crude vessels can handle. Deeper, and the fiberglass hull implodes. They run silent, minimum speed, hoping to hide in ambient ocean noise. But one submarine commander makes different choice. NV-07, Commander Miguel Reyes, hardcore Venezuelan Navy, true believer. He surfaces his narco-sub, opens the deck hatch, crews the mounted machine gun, and heads toward USS Tornado at maximum speed. Surface contact, bearing 220, small vessel, speed 15 knots. USS Tornado's radar picks up the approaching narco-sub. The conning tower is above water. The snorkel is breathing. The machine gun is manned. NavyFirestorm tactical question. Surface gun battle between patrol ship and narco-sub. Who wins? A. Patrol ship, better weapons. B. Narco-sub, smaller target. C. Both take damage. Answer at the end. Lieutenant Commander Morrison doesn't wait for permission. Weapons free, 25mm gun, target the submarine. Fire at will. The Mk-38 gun rotates, locks on the small conning tower. Range, 2,800 meters. Borderline effective range for accurate fire. Fire. Thump, 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 thump. The 25mm rounds streak across the water. First 2 miss. Third round impacts the water 10 meters short. Fourth round hits, strikes the fiberglass conning tower, penetrates, but doesn't detonate. The narco-sub keeps coming. The Venezuelan machine gunner opens fire. 12.7mm heavy machine gun. Russian DSHK, stolen from military warehouse. Range, 2,500 meters. Not accurate at this range, but volume of fire compensates. Tracers arc across the water. Most miss. 2 rounds hit USS Tornado's superstructure. Punch through aluminum. 1 sailor wounded. Shrapnel injury. Return fire. All weapons. The 50 caliber machine guns join the fight. 3 gun positions. Converging fire. 2,400 meters range. More accurate than narco-sub's weapon. The rounds impact around the conning tower. Chew through fiberglass. shred the snorkel, kill the Venezuelan machine gunner. But NV-07 keeps coming. Commander Reyes steers from inside. The diesel engine screams at maximum RPM. 18 knots. This is ramming attack. This is suicide mission. This is true believer willing to die for cartel, or for Venezuela, or for hatred of America. Range, 1,800 meters. USS Tornado's 25mm gun fires continuously. Thump, 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 thump. Every round hits now. The narco-sub's conning tower disintegrates. The snorkel breaks off. Water pours through shrapnel holes. But the hull holds. The submarine stays on surface, keeps charging. Load Griffin missile. Target the submarine. Lieutenant Commander Morrison orders anti-surface missile. Griffin is designed for fast boats, not submarines. But desperate times require improvisation. Fire! The Griffin missile launches. Rocket motor ignites. Mach 0.85 speed. Laser guided. Locks on the largest thermal signature. The diesel engine exhaust. Time of flight, 8 seconds. The Narco-Sub has no countermeasures, no defense, no chance. The Griffin impacts directly on the conning tower. 13-pound warhead detonates. High explosive shreds what's left of the structure. The blast penetrates into the hull, ruptures the pressure vessel. Water floods in. NV-07 stops moving, wallows in the water, begins sinking. Stern first. Commander Reyes and his crew try to evacuate. 3 men make it out. 4 don't. The Narco-Sub disappears beneath the waves, sinks to 800 feet, crushes completely. 8 tons of cocaine gone. Millions of dollars gone. 4 lives gone. But 3 narco-subs remain, running silent, running deep, escaping. The P-8A Poseidon arrives at Aero 402 hours. Boeing 737 airframe modified for maritime patrol, loaded with ASW sensors, carries sonobuoys, magnetic anomaly detector, synthetic aperture radar. This is Submarine Hunter. This is what USS Tornado needed 90 minutes ago. Poseidon 1-1 on station, beginning search pattern. The P-8A flies grid pattern, drops sonobuoys every 5 miles, creates acoustic fence, listens for diesel engines, for propeller noise, for any sound that isn't ocean. Sonobuoy U07 detects contact. Bearing 045. Depth 40 feet. Speed 4 knots. Diesel engine signature. This is Narco-Sub. Contact. Designate Master 1. Classified submarine. Bearing 045. Range 12 miles from Tornado. The P-8A drops Mk-54 lightweight torpedo, designed for nuclear submarines. Massive overkill for fiberglass Narco-Sub, but it's only ASW weapon available. The torpedo splashes down, activates, searches, finds target immediately. The Narco-Sub has no acoustic stealth, just crude diesel engine and metal propeller. The Mk-54 tracks, homes in. 45 knots speed. The Narco-Sub crew hears the torpedo. Some have military experience. They know that sound. They know what's coming. They try to surface, try to evacuate. Too late. The torpedo impacts amidships. 96-pound warhead detonates, designed to crack nuclear submarine pressure hull. Against fiberglass Narco-Sub, the result is catastrophic. The vessel literally disintegrates. 8 tons of cocaine, 6 crew members, $300 million street value. Gone in one explosion. 2 narco-subs left. They run. Maximum speed. Heading for shallow coastal waters where P-8A cannot effectively track them. where Colombian territorial waters provide diplomatic shield. They almost make it. USS Billings arrives at 06:43 hours. Independence-class littoral combat ship, 3,000 tons, modular design, currently equipped with ASW mission package. That means ANSQQ-32 mine hunting sonar. That means MH-60R helicopter with dipping sonar. That means proper submarine hunting capability. The MH-60R launches, flies search pattern, dips sonar every 2 miles, creates detailed acoustic picture, finds both remaining narco-subs within 20 minutes. They're running together, mutual support or mutual terror. Master 2 and Master 3. Both contacts confirmed submarines, bearing 078 and 080. Range 8 miles, depth 50 feet, speed 6 knots. The helicopter pilot reports to USS Billings. Commander Sarah Chen makes the call. Engage both targets, Mk-54 torpedoes, fire at will. The MH-60R drops 2 torpedoes, 1 for each narco-sub. The Venezuelan crews hear the splashes, know exactly what it means. Both submarines surface simultaneously. Crews evacuate. They're not dying for cocaine. They're not dying for cartel. They surrender. The Mk-54 torpedoes close, but USS Billings commander orders detonation abort. Secure torpedoes. We have surrendering vessels. The torpedoes go into safe mode. Circle. Wait for further orders. The narco-sub crews wave white shirts, white towels, anything white. Universal signal of surrender. USS Tornado arrives to take custody. Boarding teams secure both submarines, arrest 12 Venezuelan crew members, seize 16 tons of cocaine. Document everything. This is evidence. This is proof of state-sponsored narco-warfare. This is Venezuela using military assets to traffic drugs. The submarine hunt lasted 6 hours, started at 0234 with torpedo attack, ended at 0843 with double surrender. Final score, 4 narco-subs intercepted, 2 destroyed, 2 captured, 24 tons of cocaine seized, 8 tons lost in sinking, 4 Venezuelan crew killed, 15 captured, 1 American sailor wounded. But the strategic implications are massive. Venezuela armed narco-subs with torpedoes. That's escalation. That's weaponizing drug trafficking. That's converting smuggling operation into naval warfare. NavyFirestorm has the analysis. Lieutenant Commander Morrison's after-action report shocks U.S. Southern Command. Hostile submarine forces are operating in Caribbean with military weapons. Current patrol assets are insufficient for ASW operations. Request permanent P-8A coverage and LCS ASW platforms in region. The request is approved within 48 hours. Operation Caribbean Shield begins. 2 P-8A Poseidons on 24/7 patrol. 3 LCS with ASW packages deployed. Continuous sonobuoy barriers across known trafficking routes. The Caribbean becomes submarine warfare zone. Venezuelan cartel attempts 3 more narco-sub runs in following month. All intercepted, all destroyed or captured, 0 successful deliveries. The torpedo-armed narco-sub experiment is failure. Too easy to detect, too easy to kill, too expensive to lose. But the threat evolved. If Venezuela can put torpedoes on narco-subs, what stops them from putting mines? What stops them from putting missiles? What stops them from building actual military submarines? The answer: nothing stops them except American naval power. NavyFirestorm analysis. The improvised torpedo attack on USS Tornado proves that naval warfare is not limited to traditional combatants. Drug cartels with state sponsorship can deploy military-grade weapons. Semi-submersible vessels can threaten warships, and patrol forces need ASW capability to survive. The Russian APR-3E torpedo found on captured narco-subs is traced back to Venezuelan Navy inventory. Serial numbers match weapons delivered by Russia in 2019. This proves direct Venezuelan military involvement. This proves state sponsorship. This proves narco-terrorism. U.S. State Department issues formal protest. Demands Venezuela stop weaponizing drug trafficking. Russia denies supplying torpedoes for criminal use. China stays silent. Nobody believes the denials. The evidence is overwhelming. 3 questions for NavyFirestorm community. First, should patrol ships carry ASW weapons as standard loadout? Second, is torpedo attack on patrol ship act of war or criminal act? Third, what stops next escalation to mines or missiles? Answer to earlier question. Surface gun battle between patrol ship and narco-sub? A. Patrol ship wins. 25mm autocannon and Griffin missiles outrange and outpower machine gun. But narco-sub's small size makes targeting difficult. USS Tornado needed multiple hits to stop NV-07. Against better armed submarine, result might differ. The narco-sub hunt changed Caribbean security forever, proved that drug trafficking can merge with naval warfare, proved that improvised vessels can carry military weapons, proved that U.S. Navy needs ASW everywhere, not just in deep ocean against nuclear submarines, and proved that Venezuela is willing to kill American sailors to protect cocaine shipments. Superior sensors, decisive firepower, NavyFirestorm, where submarine warfare meets narco-terrorism.